Hey, what's up everybody? Josh coming to you live with another shoe review. And normally that would be Barefoot shoe review, but not today. And as I've mentioned in some previous videos, if you've ever watched any of my videos, I've been wearing almost exclusively barefoot shoes for probably since 2010, 2011, with a couple of exceptions. And today I'm going to show you one of those exceptions. The other exception is for hiking in extreme situations, off trail, which is, I used to do a lot of that, just kind of, compass and a map and through the forest, kind of situations. No trails, just rocks, just gnarly stuff. And most hiking shoes can't keep up with that sort of abuse, so I had to buy a non-barefoot shoe from Keen that does still have a decent sized toe box and things like that, but it's not the whole full barefoot vibe. So that's one exception. The other exception is today for skateboarding, because I grew up skateboarding. I'm a California dude. I've lived here most of my life. I'm almost 50. So maybe 20 of those years I've lived other places in the military, Northern California, other places, but I'm in San Diego, and I grew up skating, and I've tried to keep somewhat in touch with my roots. I don't skate all the time or anything like that, but I still do get out to the parks, do some carves, some grinds, transitions, street stuff, ollies, whatever. And most of the barefoot shoes that I wear would just make me a little bit nervous, to be honest, when I'm skating, because you need your feet to be a little bit protected when you're doing stuff like that on concrete, with curbs, in pools, ramps, etc. You got the edges of your board might hit your foot. You might, step funky, different things that you're going to want your feet a little more protected than the average barefoot shoe is going to do. So it's just reality. So the closest thing to a quote unquote normal shoe company that I can wear that will even still fit my feet is Merrell. So, think what you bite about Merrell. I have some barefoot shoes from Merrell. They're full-on barefoot vibe. I love them. I've done some reviews on those. Check those out. The Vapor Glove especially. Love them. This shoe today is called the Merrell Rant Finn. Rantfinn. They are like a classic skate shoe vibe, right? So they have a shank in the sole, so it's definitely got some stiffness to the sole. You can still, do some twisty turny. It does still have some natural movement for sure. Don't get me right, but from what I understand, there's a shank in there, but I'm not seeing any proof of that right now. But anyways, they are stiffer than a normal barefoot shoe, so take that shank comment with a grain of salt, because it may or may not be there. But yeah, stiffer outsoles, a little more protection, thicker materials. I just feel a little more protected wearing this. And I don't know all the barefoot stuff on this shoe. I don't know. Is it zero drop? I'm not really sure. Does it have a heel in there? You can't really tell. Is there some arch support? If it's there, it's minimal, because I have put on shoes where there is arch support and I'm like, oh my God, how do I used to wear this? How do people wear this? But I don't have that experience with this shoe. So it's either not there or it's minimal. It's a somewhat anatomic foot shape. So my toes are probably a little bit more like that than they would be in my normal shoes, where they sit more naturally. They might be a little more like that, but without being fully jammed. You know what I mean? They're comfortable. I skate in them for a couple hours. I don't go, oh my God, get these off of me when I'm done. So they must not be too terrible in the toe box department. Although it's not something I would want to wear every day on a daily basis, that shape. But Merrell Rant Finn for a skate shoe, some semi barefoot vibe. If you, I won't call these barefoot shoes, but if you're a barefoot shoe person but you want to skate and have your feet a little more protected, these do the trick for me. Do props on these. I did though recently find another pair of Merrells that's like a happy medium. It's between that and the full barefoot shoe vibe. Kind of closer to the barefoot end of things, a little less protected than those Rant Finns, a little more protected than some other barefoot shoes. I'm going to do a separate video on those in a minute. Just look for our Merrell skate. It's called the Merrell Move Glove, and I'll do a video on that. Again, hit like, hit subscribe if you like these videos. If you're into barefoot shoes and you're always kind of shopping and comparing and doing things like that, I think you'll like the channel. So check it out. Hit like, hit subscribe, tell your friends, and we'll see you next time. Peace out in the meantime.